guys, today I am reviewing A Boy Made of Blocks by Keith Stuart. I received this book through Netgalley in exchange for an honest review, so that is what you're gonna get. A Boy Made of Blocks is a contemporary standalone that deals with the kind of family dynamics and the life of the father of an autistic son. It is definitely mostly, in my personal opinion, about the father, how he deals with his autistic son, how he deals with the whole family situation. And it's a lot about his life, his job situation, his family situation. I went into this book not knowing much about it, so I'm not gonna say much more than that actually. The reason why I wanted to read it and was very excited to be able to review it and read it early, although I did end up not reading it early actually. This book came out on September 1st. But still, why I was really excited about it is that this book has to do with Minecraft, which, if you don't know about it, is a computer game or a console game that is basically like Lego, but just, online. And you can play it alone, you can play it with other people. And I am a Minecraft player. I don't play it regularly, but if I have like chunks of time where I'm bored and don't really know what to do, I really like to play Minecraft, more the multiplayer games or some kind of challenges. But I do really like to play it, and I especially really like to watch Minecraft YouTube videos. So, I was excited about this because this kind of was about a thing that I really enjoyed, and I just kind of want to read more books that have to do with video games. So honestly, I didn't know much. I just knew that it was about this kind of family dynamics and that the son used Minecraft as a way to kind of cope with things, as a way to communicate with people, and that kind of the relationship between the son and the father really, got better through Minecraft. That's all I knew, and I went to it with that aspect, and I honestly think that's all you have to know. I think if you're interested in the kind of dynamics in a family where the son is autistic, that's already really good. I think if you have that in mind and you want to read about it, you probably will enjoy this book. If you like Minecraft, that is even better, but I actually don't think you have to like Minecraft or have to know a lot about it. I think it works without that knowledge as well. But, as I said, I am pretty familiar with it, so I am not really sure how well you would understand all of it. Another thing I do want to mention is that I am not super familiar with autism. Obviously, I kind of know what it is and how people kind of behave, but other than that, I couldn't really tell if actions in the book were justified, if this fit to someone that is autistic. That is not something that I'm familiar with. If someone in your family or one of your friends or something has autism, then you might feel different about this book because it might not portray it in a good way, or that's something that I just really couldn't see because I just didn't know. I do know that one of the author's son is autistic and has started playing Minecraft and has kind of been able to express himself through that a lot better as well. So while this is a completely fictional story, it is kind of loosely based on that experience, like that kind of inspired the whole story. So I am kind of thinking that most of what we see is very accurate. I gave this a 2.5 out of 5 stars and a 3 stars on Goodreads because obviously we don't have half stars there. So I did go with the kind of higher rating on Goodreads because the 2.5 stars is just a very neutral rating for me because obviously it's the half point, and I overall found that this was an enjoyable read. I thought the concept was just so interesting, but it's just not something in general that I feel like is my kind of genre. I'm actually not that interested in family dynamics. I don't really enjoy people trying to deal with their marriage and trying to deal with working on their marriage after years of being together, after, maybe having some kind of problems, and maybe I'm just too young for that, but that's just apparently something that I don't enjoy reading about all too much. And so, as I said, I think it is a good book. I definitely recommend it if you find these topics interesting, if you feel like the synopsis is something that you would enjoy. I can definitely 100% recommend it. I don't think it was a bad book in any way, even though, you know, a 2.5 stars might look like that. But it's really just that for me personally, it wasn't a book that went over 2.5 stars for me, but that's just like a really subjective rating, because I'd rather like to give my books subjective ratings than like general, is this a good book ratings. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Definitely something else I want to mention is that while the author has apparently lots of knowledge about video games and the kind of culture and also Minecraft, I felt like some of the things were just not quite accurate, so that kind of confused me. And I know that mainly Minecraft in this book was played on the Xbox and I play on PC, so maybe this is where the difference is. But I just felt like there were some little things that didn't quite happen like this in the game, but I don't want to criticize that too much because, as I said, this is a different kind of version of the game, so that might just be, you know, the difference between Xbox and PC. Also, I thought this book kind of went a little too hard on the kind of life lessons. Almost at the end of every chapter, especially in like the last third of the book, I want to say, there was some kind of life lesson, some kind of metaphor for how life works, and it was really interesting and nice to see the main character figure out things about life and about relationships. But I just kind of felt a little annoyed to have to read like a life lesson at the end of every chapter, and always so poetic. It was almost like the author thought, oh, I want these people to make these things their mottos, their life mottos. I want everyone to feel so inspired by this. Also, the ending, very cheesy, not realistic. I was definitely disappointed by that. I felt like there were different ways to kind of make this a happy ending. I don't think that what the author used was very realistic, and so I just definitely rolled my eyes at that, which was sad because I felt like overall how the story was going at the end was really cool, but then one thing happened where I was like, I'm sorry, this does not make sense at all. I don't think this would happen like this. And then the rest was really realistic and nice and good, and not like, oh, autism can be healed by playing Minecraft and by having a great connection to your family. But there was just this one little thing where I was like, this is just used to have this like, oh my god, this is so nice, happy ending, we can do this like celebration-y thing, whatever. I don't know if that makes any sense if you haven't read the book, but honestly that is most of what I have to say about kind of the negative aspects. I guess I already talked about why overall I think it would be enjoyable for other people and definitely an interesting concept. So I hope that you got enough out of it to decide if you want to read it or don't want to read it. But as I said, I feel like my kind of not liking it super much is definitely a very just personal opinion, and otherwise I feel like it is definitely a good book that you should check out if you're interested in the kind of basic synopsis. So definitely let me know in the comments if you feel like this is a book that you might enjoy, if you want to pick it up, and if you have already read it, definitely leave some of your opinions down below. And thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you soon.